Hi everyone, it's Todd Hazelwood here, driver coach at the Complete Race Driver. Now I've been working with the Complete Race Driver for a couple of years now. It's been a really cool role, both helping drivers on the simulator here in Gold Coast, but also trackside support all around the country, which has been a lot of fun. For those who don't know, I've been racing since I was 7 years old, and I've had a really cool career in motorsport, driving all sorts of different cool cars, both at the top level of Australian motorsport, internationally as well, and I've been really lucky to have some, working with some amazing people, some amazing teams, and driving some really cool cars in my time. If I could think back, obviously, as a career highlight for me in those 20 odd years of racing, definitely winning the Repco Bathurst 1000 in 2024. It was my first race win in the Supercars Championship, and to taste, I guess, success at the highest level of Australian motorsport, it doesn't get any better than that. Lots of emotion, lots of hard work goes into achieving something like that. So that was certainly a career highlight. Also winning the Super 2 title in 2017. I worked really hard as a junior trying to get through the ranks and trying to prove myself that I was worthy of making it to the top tier of Australian motorsport in the Supercars Championship. So winning that title felt like for me really justified that I was capable and had all the skills to be able to make that next step as a top tier driver, which was a pivotal part in my Supercars career. Being part of the Supercars Championship as a full-time driver for 7 years, had a pole position, had a podium, and had to get in my later years to get a couple of race wins, teaming up with Brody Kostecki, first one at the Bathurst 1000 as I mentioned, and then in 2025 I teamed up with the Dick Johnson Racing team in the Shell V-Power Mustang, and we actually got another win together, another enduro win at the Bend 500 for the inaugural Bend 500 last year, so that was really cool. But yeah, I've been really fortunate to drive some other cars in my time, dating back from when I was young, coming out of go-karts. I did both dirt karting and bitumen karting, won 12 state titles in my karting years, which was a lot of fun, and then making that progression up as a junior, doing Formula Ford in both state series, both in South Australia and in Victoria, and then made the step up into the National Formula 3 Championship in what was, thinking back now, that was 2013. So a lot of years ago now, but it was a real pivotal part in, I guess, learning how to adapt from car to car, driving cars from a wings and slicks point of view with the Formula 3. And then in 2014, I then stepped up into the Super 2 Championship, driving a tin top for the very first time in my career. And then since then, I've been really fortunate to have a pretty successful career racing tin tops. Most recently, I've been running in the Trans Am series, where I've won the championship the last 2 years in a row. And also ran in the World Time Attack Challenge last year with Tanuki Racing in a pretty crazy looking Nissan S13, 1600 newton meters of torque, 4.5 tons worth of downforce, and we managed to win World Time Attack Challenge last year. It was my first time on debut, and we've actually recently secured some official lap records around the country at both Wanneroo Raceway over in Perth, most recently at Queensland Raceway, and we're also planning to go back in that car once again at Morgan Park coming up soon, and also for World Time Attack at Sydney later this year. Been really passionate about working with Wes McDougall at the Complete Race Driver to set up a simulator where I can now share those experiences from a real world point of view, and giving whether it's young kids coming through, the tools to be able to get the on-track advantage coming here on the sim, and sharing my experiences, what I've done at the circuit, driving all different types of cars, whether that's been Formula Ford, Formula 3, Supercars, Toyota 86s, XLs, you name it. I've driven so many cool cars in my time, so to now share those real-time experiences here on the sim, helping people with their journey, it's been a lot of fun. It's been satisfying to give back to the motorsport community, and looking forward to doing more of it in the future. Thanks for listening.